welcome to my channel, Stephanie Glam, where we talk about everything life, fun, and how to be a better version of ourselves. So today, this Sunday, I am here again, and today we're going to be talking about a topic that is quite really very being a very high point in my life, and this is going to be how to leave magical thinking behind for good. Okay, all those wishy thinking that we think about, and for some reason we actually don't even action it, because there's this saying from where I come from, it says action speaks louder than voice. So it's not just about talking about things that you want to wishy do, but the most important thing is that, are you really taking actions to try and get those wishy things to come to reality? So that is the reason why we'll be talking about this today. And I'm going to repeat the topic again. It's about winning ways to leave magical thinking behind for good. Okay, all right. So now, what is magical thinking? According to theory, it is an emotional stage between a dream and a fantasy. So having a dream is one thing versus a real plan. So when you make a plan to have a dream, you also have to take a plan to make sure that dream comes to factual reality. So it's not just about having a plan of intention or plan of action, or an actionable step that will position you to having your dream become reality. Okay, so magical thinking can lead to a mental form of stalking, daydream, self-gaslighting, when someone fails to follow through to what they want or believe they should have or happen. So, for example, when you take a plan of action to bring something to reality, but you actually don't put those action into practice. So it's all in your head, but to do the things that you need to do to make those actions come to reality, it's not something you are willing, it's not an effort or time you are willing to put in place. So that is what is called magical thinking. And as a lady, we don't want to live our life that way. We don't want to be a wishy kind of person without actually taking those plans into action. Okay, so magical thinking can lead to a form of stagnancy, to be honest, because when you have a plan in your head but you are not utilizing that plan into full potential, bringing those plans into action, that can actually make you be stagnant in that same position where you are. Excuse can also lead to magical thinking. When you keep making excuse, and also when you have a lack of accountability to yourself, or a lack of accountability to an advancement or progress to becoming someone with goals, that also can lead to magical thinking. So what are the examples of magical thinking? Refusing to lose weight, wanting to lose weight, but not actually taking the actions to lose weight. Okay, that also can be a form of magical thinking. Not following through to the typical action you need to take, like going to the gym, watching what you eat, and now you want to lose weight. So tell me, how are you going to make that weight loss possible when you're not ready to take when you're not ready to do what you need to do to make sure you actually achieve that goal of the weight you want to lose? That also can be a form of magical thinking. Another form of magical thinking is lacking depth of range, lacking substance. When you don't have a level of depth or a level of substance, that can lead to magical thinking. And what do I mean by that? Wanting to date outside your race or expand your options of men that comes your way, and also not willing to take the self-development tools or self-education that you need to be able to maintain that relationship when you eventually meet that kind of person. That also can be a form of magical thinking. Okay, so not having enough interesting conversation. For example, if you want to meet a high caliber person, of course that kind of person will also be looking for somebody that matches level of education or his level of substance. So if you're not willing to invest in yourself and you just one day just hope for this Prince Charming to come your way, even when the Prince Charming comes your way, how do you keep that Prince Charming? How do you keep him motivated? How do you keep him more involved in the relationship? When you don't have that, you find that you're eventually going to lose that Prince Charming, because that Prince Charming is going to find out that the kind of depth and quality that he desires from a partner, you don't have it. Truth be told, you need to invest yourself in yourself. You need to educate yourself. You need to aspire to become better, so that when that kind of person you want comes your way, you'll be able to maintain that person, and you'll be able to show that person that you have taken the time to invest in yourself to maintain that high quality relationship that you want. Okay. So also understanding class structure. Networking is also another way of leaving magical thinking behind, because for example, if you're a business person and you want to grow your business, you need to network with other business like-minded people like yourself in order to grow your business, because sometimes there's this saying that says iron sharpeneth iron. Because sometimes in business, to be a person, because I am a person in business, I run my own business, and sometimes it can be tough. It can be tough to be an entrepreneur. So you need someone in that kind of industry that understands those challenges that could happen, so that you guys can bounce off each other. So you can't just run a business on your own in these days. You need people that can motivate you, that can coach you, that can inspire you to grow your business. So if you say you want to be a successful businesswoman or a successful businessman, and you refuse to take on knowledge, you refuse to take on coaching, how will you become successful in that business? So that is a way of leaving magical thinking behind. Aspire to be a successful business person means you need to network with people within that same circle, so that you can learn from them. Okay. Another reason is that do not move with small-minded or rude people, because a small-minded person can bring you down when you want to aspire to become better in any area of your endeavors. Try and move with people that have the same intellect, they have the same experience, even people that even have better experience than you, so that they'll be able to support you and coach you towards the right path. Okay. And also avoid toxic people, because sometimes toxic people can choke you in business, in work setting, in career, in relationship. If you are moving within the circle of toxic people, they can choke you, and they can in a way limit you from aspiring to become that best version of yourself. And another way of leaving magical thinking behind is try to avoid toxic people in your circle of influence. Do not engage in struggle love, as this can set you back. Okay. If you're somebody that wants an healthy relationship or an healthy lifestyle, please avoid struggle love, especially if you're not built for struggle love. There are some people, nothing against them, they are built for that kind of love setting. But if you know yourself, deep down in yourself, know yourself, are you built for struggle love? If you are not built for struggle love, please don't engage in struggle love. If you know that you have the patience for struggle love, no problem, engage in it, no problem, it is what you want. But if you know that you're not that kind of person that is built for struggle love, and somebody comes your way that you know that this is not the kind of person that is ready or that is willing to give you the kind of lifestyle choices that you want, please, my brother or my sister, don't even encourage that person. Just let that person just go their own way. You go your own way and find the kind of love that you really, really want. Okay. So another way of stopping leaving magical thinking behind is stop making announcements. We sometimes, especially we ladies, we like to talk too much. Okay. Stop making announcing your private plans and talking too much without actually following through can be a setback. Because when you announce this thing to people and you are not showing result, they cannot see any result of that thing coming true, they will even be the one to start criticizing you. So stop making announcements about your private plans and talking too much. If you have anything private that you want to engage in, focus on it. Let your actions speak louder than your voice. When people see the actions you are putting into that particular endeavor, into that particular venture of your choice, they will be the ones start spreading positive results about you. They will be the ones spreading positive comment about you. They will say, oh, look at that sister, she's doing this, and we can see her, she's making efforts to make sure she gets better in this. They will be the one to promote your success for you. You don't even need to say anything. Let those people that will talk about you for good. So don't pronounce yourself and make announcement when you know you are not taking actions to bring that into reality. Okay, follow through every goal or venture you've set yourself. This is based on the spirit of rightness. So if you want to achieve something good, focus on it and stop living in a la la land, because when you live in a la la land, you're basically living within the spirit of confusion and magical thinking. And if you don't want that kind of thing to be attached to you, then follow through to every actions that you want to follow through to. Another point of ways of living magical thinking behind is confusing watching videos without doing the work. I know YouTube is full of so many motivational videos, which is very, very good, self-educating and all that. But when you're watching these videos and you're not following through, what does that mean? You're obviously living in magical thinking. Because what is the point of watching a video you are going to, when you know that you're not going to be doing what the video says? If you are going to be the same person that you are the previous year, and you keep watching the video and you're not even putting any actions in place into achieving the results, of what use is it? At some point, you will have to apply what you are learning from these situational videos into your own personal life to get the results that you want. Another way of living magical thinking behind is feminine cosplaying. The feminine movement is about being viewed as a pampered fairy tale princess, which really is not, in fact, reality. Okay, if you want to be a feminine person and you think that someone from nowhere will just come into your life and start treating you as a princess, my dear, you are living in la la land. You are living in a magical thinking world. Okay, in reality, the feminine divine is way more expensive than that. You have to invest your money in yourself. You have to educate yourself. You have to bring yourself to the level of standard of femininity. You even have to sometimes engage in therapy to be able to take away all those toxic past experiences that sometimes has really, really polluted your mind. You have to really do the work to get the result. Okay, not willing to do the work and wanting the result is magical thinking. You're still living in la la land. Another way of living magical thinking behind is having very little growth or evolution or progress, even when exposed to quality information. When you are not aspiring to grow, okay, when you're not inspired to expand your options of acquiring knowledge, that is living in magical thinking. Magical thinkers will quickly fall back on wanting to be babied, mummied, and handled with kids' love, and people who have overwhelmed with the ability of wanting to take responsibility for themselves. When you're not willing to take responsibility for yourself, for the actions that you are taking, you are living in a magical thinking world. You are still living in la la land. So you need to be able to aspire to want to grow. You need to be able to aspire to want to progress. And you need to be able to aspire to have quality information, access to quality information that will enable you to be able to develop yourself in a manner whereby you can leave those magical thinking world behind. Okay, so that is the way you can live your life in order to live those magical thinking that is affecting, that is making you feel like you will not be able to aspire to be what you want to be. Okay, so the ability to take responsibility for your actions. Okay, when you make an action, take responsibility for those actions, be responsible for yourself, is a way of living magical thinking behind. Okay, another way of living magical thinking behind is cherry picking scripture. I'm a Christian, okay, I'm a strong believer, so help me God. Okay, but when you are praying about something and you're not wanting to put in the work to achieve it, what is the point? Even the Bible even says that praying without putting the work into action, you're not going to get the result. Okay, so faith without works, what does it end up with? It ends up in nothing. Okay, so praying about something and not wanting to put in the work required to achieve that is living in magical thinking. Okay, sitting in the sideline and waiting for a husband or to grow a business or to be a professional in your areas of career and just praying about it, and you're not putting the work on how to get it, you will, it's living in magical thinking. What you will need to do, you will have to network, you have to mingle, you have to socialize. In fact, sometimes you have to do roster dating or even kiss a few frogs before you meet your prince. Okay, it's just the reality of life. Let's just be honest. Or even hire a matchmaker or network in a high caliber or high profile. Or even go to dating websites. You have to do the work to get the results that you want. Not doing the work and wanting the result is living in magical thinking. Okay, so what are the self-sabotage of magical thinkers? And these are the few highlights I've been able to get. Is low self-esteem. When you have low self-esteem about yourself, that can also make you live in magical thinking. Feeling unworthy about yourself, afraid to be fair, afraid to make mistakes. Okay, success people at one time in their life has always made mistake, either relationship mistake, career mistake, friendship mistake, business mistake, financial mistake. Mistake is not the end of the world. Be ready to take the risks, because you never know which of the risks is going to turn out to your own advantage. Being fearful of success, that is another self-sabotage of magical thinking. When you are scared of success, you seek success, you want it, but you are so scared to go for it. That is going to affect your magical state of mind. Not feeling good enough is another way of that can affect you in terms of getting the better version of yourself. Feeling unworthy, feeling like you are not deserving, feeling like just out of poor laziness. Some people are just naturally born lazy people. They are not ready to do the hard work to get the result. They want the result, the good lifestyle, but they are not ready to do what it takes to make them get that. That is just utter poor laziness. So those can be self-sabotage of magical thinking. Okay, so what are the solutions on ways we can cure this magical thinking? One, find the right therapist for yourself. Okay, every one of us, one way or the other, we come from different homes, we come from different backgrounds. The way I was brought up may be different from the way you are brought up. Okay, and there's this saying that goes there is no perfect family. So if you know that you've come from a family that is toxic, or maybe while you are growing up you've experienced some childhood trauma, the ways to deal with that is enroll in therapy. Get yourself a therapist that can help you heal, because when you're healed internally, you become you have a lot of positive things to offer to whoever comes your way. Maybe it's a life partner, is a family member, our friends, colleagues. You are more positive within yourself, but healing comes first from inside yourself. So if you know that you need help, seek help in the right manner and get a therapist for yourself. Okay, solutions. Another solution to cure magical thinking: read self-help book that can help you. Okay, there are some really nice books out there. Okay, even I myself have invested in a lot of books, okay, to help me to let go of some things I experienced while growing up in my childhood. Okay, read self-help, but that is also going to help you to heal, and it's also going to help you to develop soft skills that is going to help you to do better in the areas of field that you want. Okay, another ways of dealing with magical thinking, to cure magical thinking, is watch the circle you keep. Who are your friends? Who do you engage with? Who do you allow into your circle? Are there people that is going to build you up, that is going to help you, or are there people that is going to make you feel less worthy, or are people that are going to pull you down? Watch the circle of people you're keeping around you. If there is anyone within your circle that is not interested in seeing you better, my dear, please just end that friendship, end that relation. It may be tough, but you will eventually heal at the end. Don't encourage people who are not ready to make you feel better about yourself, or are not ready to deposit good seed or good deeds into your life. They are not worth keeping. Solution. Another solution to cure magical thinking is expose yourself to the power of critical thinking. Okay, sometimes it's good to just analyze yourself. Be your own critic. Sometimes I do that. Be your own critic. If there are things, or maybe there are things you know you've done that you yourself feel like, oh, this is not going to take me to where I really want to be, criticize yourself and correct your mistakes. Okay, before somebody else's criticizes you, criticize yourself and correct your mistake. There's nothing bad in that, because we are not all perfect. We have our own flaws. Okay, so when you notice there is a flaw in you, draw your attention to that flaw and stop it before it takes control of yourself, before it takes control of your life. Stop those negative flaws and be your own self-critic. Okay, another way to cure magical thinking is goal setting, consistency and discipline. Setting goals is good, but being consistent and taking action and being disciplined to achieve that goal is also another thing. So those are the ways to cure, solutions to cure magical thinking. So what have we done? What have we talked about today, viewers? We've talked about the winning ways to leave magical thinking behind. Okay, we've also, and the points that we've listed is the emotional stage that you are in, lacking depth and range, stop making announcements about yourself, confusing watching videos without doing the work, and feminine code play, having very little growth or evolution about yourself, cherry picking scriptures without actually doing what the scripture says you should do. We've also looked at self-sabotage of magical thinking, which we've said is low self-esteem, feeling unworthy, afraid to be fair, being fearful of success, not feeling good enough, feeling unworthy about yourself, feeling like you're not deserving of anything good, and just being utterly lazy. Those are the things that can be a self-sabotage towards magical thinking. And we've looked at solutions to curing magical thinking. We've talked about finding the right therapist for yourself, read self-help book, watch the circle of friends that you keep, and also exposing yourself to the power of critical thinking, setting goals, being consistent, and being self-disciplined. So those are the things we've discussed about. I hope this point has been very, very educative to you. So my name is Stephanie again, and this is my channel, Stephanie Glam. And thank you so much for coming on to view my videos this Sunday lovely afternoon. If you like to know more about my content, okay, please reach through and watch through other videos, past videos that I've uploaded. And also do not forget to subscribe to my channel. If you have any comments, please feel free to post or send me any comments that you, or any ways that you think this content that I'm creating will be more better for the viewers out there. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel by clicking the links below, because when you subscribe to my channel, it enables me to bring more educating content to you. So till I meet you again, stay well and stay peace, and love from me to you. Stay well. Bye. Bye-bye.